Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Peace once more, and then we have been delving into information literacy. We're done with primary information sources, so we are going to secondary information sources. Of course, we know that secondary information sources are materials that analyze, interpret, or build upon primary sources. These are they build upon to bring in more insights on primary sources and all those things, premises that we had gone through. They often provide a second-hand account or perspective on a topic. We should not mind so much. I've not put it on the background, but then you just need I can explain then as we get to understand more. So the examples are research articles and papers. These are studies that analyze primary data or synthesize existing research. We see books and monographs in-depth analyses or interpretations of primary resources. Then we see review articles. They summarize and critique of existence of research. This one is when you've done research, then you have to summarize it, and then you have to critique to get more on what the research is all about and all that. Then we look at textbooks and educational materials. These are compilations of knowledge and information. This is where different knowledge is put together to come up with something that is so serious. And I'm offline, so I didn't put the research there, but then I'll keep explaining from what I have here. Then we look at review articles. This one summarize, of course, as I said, they summarize or critique of existent research. Then look at documentaries and films. These ones interpret presentations of historical events or phenomena. This one is seen, for example, in movies, and then it's telling you of something that happened, let's say legendaries, where it may be explaining of something that happened way back behind, but then the expression is seen currently and all that. Then you get to know, because it provides information of what happened in the past and all that. Then we look at academic journals. These ones are peer-reviewed publications featuring research and analysis. When we talk of peer-reviewed, they have been reviewed particularly maybe for students and all that, publications featuring research and analysis. Research will know so well of what you are finding. Then the analysis analyzes different concepts and all that. Then we see new analysis and editorials, commentary and interpretation of current events. Let's say the commentary of current events. This one tells us of what is happening currently and all that. So secondary sources they are valuable for contextualizing primary resources, providing background and framework for understanding. The main issue may be from the primary source, but we get into the secondary source so that we can follow in depth what it's all about and all that. Then we see analyzing and interpreting data, offering insights and perspectives. That's also what secondary sources are valuable for. Then we look at secondary sources are also valuable for synthesizing existing knowledge, compiling and summarizing research. This is why we see it may get we may get the main knowledge from the primary resources, but then primary sources, then we compile it into a secondary source and all that, which is published and all that. So by using secondary sources, researchers and analysts can gain a deeper understanding of complex topics and build upon existing knowledge. And that's it. So that's all I have for today. Thanks so much for moving with me into this journey. Please keep subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much. Have a nice time.